Well, hello, my fabulous friends. Welcome to Spirits with Spirits. Fancy announcement. If you didn't see it in the other video about the solar eclipse that's coming up, I have made Spirits with Spirits wine glasses. You can check them out down in the shop, down in the description box. And and also a T-shirt for now, and there'll be more coming along. Tonight, I am drinking Saintly, the good rosé. It is, you don't have to be a saint to drink this divinely good rosé that is the perfect balance of dry, fresh, and fruity. It's saintly, so you don't have to be. So cheers to that. Cheers to that. All right, so let's get to our April predictions. Now, I did an April predictions for the Royals on the other channel, so this is the world predictions, things that are going on in the world for April. And of course, I just did the special one for the eclipse, solar eclipse that is coming on March 29th. So you can go have a look at that one as well. So what about the world? We got a few things going on in the world. We have a couple of wars. We've got a sick king. We've got elections going on. Lots of stuff going on in the world. So let's see if the cards pick up on any of that. World predictions. We've got a pope who is sick or not well. Let's put it that way. I mean, he looked horrible. Absolutely horrible. I should have actually even done a quick read of was that actually the pope? Let's see here. World predictions for April 2025. World predictions for April 2025. World predictions for April 2025. Cards are ready. Public life burnout. We're going to see somebody. Well, could that be like Rosie O'Donnell or Ellen or so? I think we're going to see one more person. Public life burnout. Yeah, I'm leaving the United States to go wherever. Or maybe it's just one of these embattled stars right now, Blake Lively, etc. I think we're going to see one of them back away, where they're just going to be like, yeah, I'm out of here. A sinking ship. This could actually be a literal sinking ship. Or could it be like Ryan Reynolds' jumping ship, the sinking ship that is his wife? Spreading and mutating, housing issues, and heavy burdens. Heavy burdens, spreading, mutating. I'm wondering if this is our bird flu. I just read an article. The bird flu has jumped to the sheep. So for the very first time, the bird flu has jumped to another species, which means it can jump to humans. Now, I thought it could jump to humans already, and I thought some people have already been diagnosed with bird flu already. So that is spreading, mutating. This housing issues, I think this is like every month we get housing issues and heavy burdens. Heavy burdens. We'll need to clarify that a little bit. Join forces, sinking ship. Uprooted, taking out on the spreading, mutating. Darkness, outage on housing issues. Okay, so there's definitely going to be, whether it's like a big electrical, this even could be, we'll continue, like maybe there's gonna be a big hurricane, big tornado. We'll see if some of those wind ones show up. I think that this public life burnout, heavy burdens, I think this is a female. This could be like a Blake Lively, could be, you know what? It even could be Taylor Swift. I think there's a sinking ship. I think Ryan is going to jump ship and other friends are going to come out and support Taylor. Join forces. Uprooted, taken out on the spreading, mutating, perhaps they do come up with something that they know how to stop this bird flu, or some such thing, because it's spreading, it's mutating, and they've uprooted, they've taken it out. So maybe there will be something that comes out going, yeah, it spread to my sheep on my farm, but we gave them XYZ, and and we stopped it in its tracks. So there might be something like that. This darkness outage and housing issues, I think there's going to be some kind of mass event that we've already seen, like whole countries with no power, right, at all. And you think about it, some of those countries are really warm and they have no air conditioning, they can't even run a fan to cool off, they can't cook any food. For a lot of people, sometimes their toilets run on electrical. So I think we're going to see for this to show up like this, I think we're going to see some kind of mass outage or something that affects a great amount of people. I wonder if this sinking ship. So we just saw like what if there's like a barge that gets hit, and then two countries come together to save the people or join forces? Like, we can't have this anymore. Like the pirates off of Somalia. Perhaps that's something there. Perhaps, a ship does sink. Oh, look at that. The clock agrees with me. And two countries come together to stop it. They say, this is enough. We're not doing this anymore. We're not going to protect the ships that come through here. This even could be the Panama Canal issue. All right. Betrayed, backstabbed. Betrayed and backstabbed. When I hear stabbed, I think of magic juice. And perhaps that's what they're going to come up with this bird flu. I know that's their ultimate. Betrayed and backstabbed. I'm still wondering if this is Ryan Reynolds jumping this sinking ship that his wife created. Somebody else comes in to save the wife, and then they get backstabbed. Maybe they backstab Ryan. They put out bad things about Ryan. Something like that. And perhaps that's what starts the public life burnout. It is distraction illusion on the darkness and the out. Oh, I'm wondering, like, if they say, oh, it's a windstorm or something, and it really wasn't. Like, we just had that big blowout that in London, and I read on that, and that put Heathrow out for 24 hours. And I read on that one. If you haven't seen that one, go back and have a look at that one. And that could be this betrayed, backstabbed, and distraction illusion. There, they found a Russian passport nearby. Like, come on, nobody's believed any of that since 2001, when like whole buildings would blow up and they found, a passport that clear as a bell. They could see whose passport it was. And so there's something here. This is almost like a planned outcome, like a false flag. So they are somehow wiping out all the electrical. Like, so far we've had Haiti, we've had Chile, we've had like huge, hundreds of thousands, millions of people without any electricity. I think they're making it look like, it's natural events or it's this or that, because it's all a distraction or illusion. I think they're betraying and backstabbing the people. Tsunami, rising water, holding power. All right. So it could be like it could be a tsunami that wipes out all these people, but maybe the distraction is not really a natural tsunami, right? So maybe it's a hurricane. I know it's a little bit early for hurricane season, or a cyclone somewhere. We don't always have to be talking about the United States. Some kind of cyclone or some such thing wipes out, like that brings something that brings a lot of water onto the land and destroys a lot of homes. and it's a distraction. And this betrayal, it's not natural. It will not be natural. Holding power. So this tells me that, like I said, there's some elections coming up. I'm wondering, holding power, controlled narrative. Oh my God, this is everywhere. The controlled narrative, rockets and SpaceX, assistance help, surveillance record, tensions escalate. I wonder if something is going to come out about the rescue of the astronauts. Somebody's going to have something on record that showed either something went wrong or something, because holding power, controlled narrative, rockets, SpaceX, assistant help. So when Elon, his space went up there to help those people out, get out of space, there's going to be something there. And yet I think this tension against Elon is going to escalate. I really do. I think something will come out. Is it AI? Is it real? I think, there's this controlled narrative here. So there, is there a narrative that they want to call Elon all kinds of names, and someone going to present something, say him saying something on video, or his company SpaceX doing something on video that was untoward or wrong. And so I'm thinking that there might be something coming out about that. Tension escalates, big city. I think we're going to continue to see things happening with Teslas. Drone strike, celebrate success, AI tech, 100%. Battle warship, and look at that, goes back to that sinking. 100%, the tension against Elon and Tesla vehicles is going to escalate. And I think we're going to see like AI tech, like they already use so much AI tech on those Teslas. Celebrate success. Maybe it's part of their outage or whatever here is shutting down all the Teslas with this drone strike and AI tech, and celebrate success. Maybe somebody hacks his whole Tesla system and puts an end to, maybe Teslas can't start. I don't own a Tesla. I have no idea. But I have seen people say their vehicles have been shut down. I'm just making sure you can see all that. Okay, so I think in April we're going to see more attacks on Teslas. Don't be surprised if Teslas are hacked and shut down. And they're going to be celebrating success and be like, they're going to claim, somebody's going to claim some hacking group or whatever. And maybe they even override some of the Tesla stuff. Battle warship, and we do have that sinking ship. So perhaps with the coming together assistance, perhaps that is something that they help safe passage in open waters, or a battleship sinks and then other countries come together, NATO, right? Perhaps there is something like that that's going to happen. And like I said, we're in Aries is Mars. Mars loves its wars. That's why Martian. Um, I think something's going to happen on the seas. Sometimes a card can mean two different things, and both can be correct at the same time. And I think with these cards around here, I think there's going to be some more stuff coming out about Ryan Reynolds and what's her name? See, I've already forgotten her. Blake Lively. I think something is going to happen here that she kind of disappears. It's going to be too much. And I think there'll be something like, I have to save my marriage or whatever. I think he's going to jump this sinking ship. I think something more is going to happen to Elon and Tesla's. I think there's going to be a big water event, like it actually could be a tsunami. New Zealand just had a massive earthquake the other day. It could be something like a tsunami or a cyclone, something like that. Whereas a tornado is more wind damage. I think this is going to be more water damage, and it's going to put like a big area out of the electricity. Could have something to do with this battle warship. You know, I don't think so. I think there's just going to be an incident out on the seas, and two countries are going to come together to help this ship. And I think it'll be something like NATO countries coming together, because they obviously already hold hands, join forces, right? So I think something like that's going to happen. All right. Well, there you go. I was hoping to see more peace offerings, but unfortunately, that's just not the way of the world. Tension escalates. Big city. Um, yeah, could be Gaza, could be Kyiv, could be Moscow. They're just gonna keep going. All right. Thank you very much for watching. YouTube's probably going to show you a video that you haven't seen before. Why don't you click on that and I'll see you over there. Take good care. Bye for now.